You did that on purpose?
Mm-mm. All right, we're good. All right, I'm gonna send that out to you. You finna go ahead and get started, baby. Okay. All right. Call you back. All right, get my notes here.
Oh shit. I ain't changed the damn channel. I mean the title. Oh, so you gonna have to play that, cause that's what all your stuff coming through it. Oh, so you gonna have to play that, cause that's what all your stuff coming through it. Oh, so you gonna have to play that, cause that's what all your stuff coming through.
What's the word? What's the word? It's your boy Mojo and my boy Lero Dinero.
Y'all already know.
Yes, sir. And this is the Organized Media Podcast. Got a real dope show for y'all today, man. I don't know. I know y'all know this today ain't Thursday, like you know what I'm saying. We usually do on our Thursdays.
You know.
You know what I'm saying. But today we gonna do it on a Monday, cause you know players got things to do with prior engagements that we got going on. You feel me? And we gonna keep it going anyway. We had what they like to say. The show must go on.
The show
right?
must go on.
The show must go on. We gonna make sure the show go on, right?
You already know how we rock.
So
we ain't stopping for nothing. What they say,
for
one
nothing.
monkey don't stop a show.
One monkey don't stop no show.
And this monkey right here about to be gone, so we had to get it out the
You
way.
feel me, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm finna bounce out here. Nah, for real, man, for real. I'm just trying to shed a live out a little bit, man. I hope everybody had a good weekend.
Man,
you know,
hope
it was
y'all
Valentine's
enjoyed
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yes, indeed.
Fellas, did whatever y'all do to try to make up for what y'all fucked up work, or did it not work?
You know what I'm saying? Like, did it work or didn't it work? You know what I'm saying? Which one? Did it or didn't it?
How did she like what you did?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let
I hope
us
y'all
know.
had a good one, though. Hope y'all had a good one. You know what I'm saying? I was chilling myself. You know what I'm saying? Watch me a good movie. You know what I'm saying?
A good what?
A good movie.
Oh, okay.
You know
what you
I'm
watch?
saying? So on Prime they got this movie called Relationship Goals. You know what I'm saying?
On Prime?
On Prime. Yeah, it was pretty good. Kelly Rowland and Method Man. It was pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? You know, she a better actress than she used to be. I ain't gonna lie.
Kelly Rowland?
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
So she done got better?
Yes.
What other movie she was in though?
She was in a couple other ones, and that's how bad it was that I don't even remember which ones they was. But I mean, from what I have seen her in her acting, she has definitely came a long way. And I think she gonna be damn good. She gonna have some longevity in this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But definitely something that y'all might want to go check out. So if y'all get a chance, go show them some love. Go ahead and support Method Man and Kelly Rowland and check out their new movie on Prime, Relationship Goals. It was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It was like a faith-based think like a man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I dig
What's
that.
the pastor that Drewski did the skit on?
I forget his name.
But y'all know who that pastor is.
He was
man.
in the movie?
He was in the movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and for some reason, I don't mean to talk about nobody old lady, but his wife kind of looked older than him. I don't know if that was a real wife or not, but she
probably his
definitely
acting wife.
Maybe so, but she looked a lot older. I ain't gonna lie, she looked a whole lot older.
He probably like him old too. I mean, I don't know. Who am I to speculate or speculate?
I ain't judging, you know what I'm saying? Love is love. You feel me? Who you love, who you love. You feel me? But yeah, we got a dope show today, man. Topic for today. You know, it's Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we haven't talked about the last few shows. We ain't talked about no Black history or anything like that. So we're going to talk about Black heritage. Black history, but Black heritage. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference.
Y'all see it on the screen, too.
Yes,
Black
indeed.
Heritage Month,
yes,
not Black
indeed.
History Month. They say when you keep celebrating your history, that means you celebrating everything that happened to you in history.
Exactly.
And we not trying to celebrate some of the
we
stuff
still
that
here.
we went through. We still going through it. You know, it's nothing to celebrate with us, with our men, our fellow Black men getting killed at a alarming rate.
Yeah.
Our women is out here doing who knows what.
Yeah.
And the kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing to celebrate right now.
It really isn't.
But our go ahead.
No, you good. I mean, it really isn't a whole lot to celebrate, but you know what? We gotta do our due diligence, keep trying, keep pushing, keep doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, you know what I'm saying? The quote of the day. You know what I'm saying? One of the quotes that I got two of them. One of the quotes of the day kind of touch on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll wait till the end of the show to pop that up, but. As a subtopic, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people dealing with things, man. It's the beginning of the year. Things ain't going with the way people, we all wanted to go. But, life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? I think I did a show like that, too. So if y'all got any issues or something y'all want to bring up, something y'all want to talk about, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
But definitely talking about this Black heritage. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Some of the things that we were taught traditionally about Black history and not Black heritage. You know what I'm saying?
They tried to take us out the history.
They did. Yeah.
They didn't try. They did.
They really did. The real story, the main stories, the stories that shows us as kings, queens, and powerful people, that definitely was taken out of the whole, you know what I'm saying, movement. The whole, you feel me? So, but one thing that they always seem to remind us of through movies, through, you know what I'm saying, derogatory comments and all kinds of situations, you know what I'm saying, they like to remind us that we were slaves.
Yeah.
We always get that. We always get talked about how we used to be slaves
and they brought us
you know
over
what I'm
here on
saying?
the
They brought
boats
us over here on a boat
and all of that.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to be here and this ain't our land. Little do a lot of us know, a lot of people know, and a lot of them know. Some of them do know, just don't want to talk about it. But we been traveling since before Christopher Columbus, since before, you know what I'm saying,
Since
we
the
had
beginning
this
of time.
westernized slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've already been over here trading with the Tianos and the natives over here. This is why you have dark-skinned Hispanics and dark-skinned, you know what I'm saying, Indians, whatever. Because we already been over here.
Some want to know where was we traveling from?
Oh, we was traveling from all over.
That's an
we
easy
wasn't
question.
just traveling from Africa.
Well, a lot of us was coming from the area of Africa, mainly the area known as Greece.
We
you know,
yeah, and Egypt. I was just finna say that Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Which is also Africa.
You
know what I'm
me?
saying? But see, the fact that we was doing all that different traveling, we come from different places or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You had the ones called the Moors or whatever.
Yes,
that
sir,
was
the Moorish Americans.
yeah, that was traveling. Not even necessarily the Moorish American, but the Moors.
The Moors.
That was from back in
from
back in that time, who was traveling and conquering these different lands. This is why you got different races, and you got Polish people who look a little black. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Muslims in Poland, you know what I'm saying? You got all these different cultures or whatever. You can't go nowhere and not see a black face. You know what I'm saying? They try to hide that. You know what I'm saying? When you go to different places or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, say if you go to, where is that where the Vatican is? Is that Rome?
The Vatican?
Is it where's the Vatican?
That is, I want to say Italy or something like that.
So, yeah, probably something like, but they got images of us in the Vatican. Like, we already been over there kicking it and parlaying with them. You know what I'm saying? Images of black people, noses, lips, all of that. You
even
feel
in
me?
those old Egypt temples and those old Grecian, I want to say Grecian temples. And
we've been traveling for a long
time. You see
time.
our color or our pigment
Indeed.
displayed on a lot of the ancient, what's the word I'm looking for? On a lot of the ancient descriptions or a lot of the ancient, I don't want to call them pictures, but pictures that you will find on the wall or murals that they have painted. That you will see our color, our skin tone being depicted in a lot of history. But when you go to school or when you go to the white man's learning, it's showed differently or we are depicted different. Even in Hollywood, I don't care what movie if it wasn't a black produced movie, the Egyptians, the Greeks, the even what else? Well, even the when they talk about the slave trade, they talk about everything, even biblically. They put Europeans and the fair skinned people in front of or in the place of everything.
They paint that picture like you only see them, they was the only ones around. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see none of our people, or we just was, what do you call, peasants or the help. You know what I'm saying? Now, in a lot of these movies, especially in recent history, you know what I'm saying, we've been getting a lot of depictions of Moors or whatever. Like when you look back at the movie Gladiator, you know what I'm saying? The Moors that came through that they had to fight. It was the Moors they were fighting. Those were black people. Those were like the first pirates almost, if you want to call them. They go to these places, they conquer their land, you know what I'm saying? And they mingle with their people. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was. You feel me? So that's our black heritage. You know what I'm saying? Part of our black heritage. Maybe not the full-on black heritage, but definitely part of our black heritage. You know what I mean? So
what they want you to forget.
Yeah, what they want you to forget. Forget that we was kings and queens and we ruled lands or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
The pyramids and a lot of the Western world back in the day, we built that. We were the architects for that world, but they tried to take the credit, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Didn't you have a post or whatever with a lady talking about black heritage and the difference or whatever? I don't know if you can pull that up or whatever. But it definitely was.
Let me see if I can find it.
No, I think I can pull it up right here though. I can just play it through, let the mic pick it up. But yeah, they were talking about the lady was talking about the difference between Black history and Black heritage. And I thought that was really, really dope the way she put that. You know what I mean? And it's something that we all need to, you know what I'm saying, remember. Like, let's not forget that we are a powerful people. So here it is here. Let me see if I can play it loud.
Because y'all motherfuckers got on here, listen to what I said, let it go in one ear and out the other, and y'all double down on this Black history shit. Do you understand that the wording that you're using is a spell that is continuing to
Oh yeah, that is the
perpetrate
post.
the
Right.
erasure of the indigenous Black Americans? To celebrate is to perform publicly. Celebrate.
Y'all
To
hear?
acknowledge
Get it closer
a
to the mic.
significant happy day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity. Also to perform a religious ceremony publicly. This is where they get celebrity from. These are people that perform for the public.
You're proud to celebrate.
History is a narrative of events. It actually represents something that has passed, something that is no longer active,
Facts.
something that is not in existence. History, the study of past events, particularly in human affairs, which is like medieval European history, things that do not exist anymore. I just want y'all to see this. I don't be talking out the side of my neck. I really be researching this shit before I speak it out my mouth. There's a real reason why before I speak it out my mouth, they tell you to celebrate your Black history and not your heritage. Heritage denotes your legacy. The erasure is real. All of this shit is purposeful. This is by design. This is not a coincidence. These words are purposefully used in regards to us. And I want y'all to understand, I'm not telling y'all that the history doesn't exist. I'm not telling you that the history is not important. I'm telling you it is not something that you celebrate. You celebrate your heritage. You celebrate
go.
your lineage because you are still alive.
There you go.
You do not celebrate your history because you still exist.
There you
History
go.
is still being made.
History is still being written.
Then when you put that happy, it's denoting that you're happy about the things that have happened to you or to people that are associated with you from the past. You're not happy about that history. There's nothing happy about that fucking history. This shit go way deeper than spitting out Black history facts. This shit goes way deeper. There's only two groups of people on this list that celebrate their history. History, meaning a narrative of events, a story, something that does not exist, something that is not active. Black
Y'all here?
Americans, because they don't even put Americans there, and Filipino Americans. And these are two groups of people that have both faced erasure from European colonies. Two melanated groups of people that have forced erasure from European colonies. Everybody else, they celebrate their heritage, their
Yes, indeed.
ancestral lineage. You don't find that odd? You don't find that suspicious? Irish Americans celebrate their heritage. Arab Americans celebrate their heritage. Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders celebrate their heritage. Jewish Americans celebrate their heritage. Hispanics celebrate their heritage. German Americans celebrate their heritage. Italian Americans celebrate their heritage. Polish Americans celebrate their heritage. Native Americans celebrate their heritage. Y'all don't find that suspicious that everybody associated with the Europeans get to celebrate their heritage, but the two groups of people that have been publicly erased are forced to celebrate history, a narrative, a story?
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Y'all can't be that dense.
It's crazy.
If y'all want to celebrate the lineage of us, if y'all want to celebrate the heritage, celebrate the heritage. Change the wording. Don't get on this motherfucker and continue to perpetrate the spells that have been placed over us
Yes,
as a
indeed.
whole. Then you have to look at it symbolically because everything is by design. Nothing is coincidence. They gave you February because February has 28 days. 2 plus 8 is 10. 10 represents an end, a cycle that has closed. And not only did they give you February, which is supposed to be Valentine's Day month, which is not, because Valentine's Day was a massacre. It is a
surely
month that
was.
represents death and destruction in the European
It
history.
sure was.
Yet y'all continue to get on here and perpetrate the rituals, the spells that have been placed on our lineage. Wake the fuck up. Y'all want to celebrate? Let's celebrate in the spring. Let's take the spring.
Facts.
Let's take the whole season to recalibrate, to readjust, to reinvigorate ourselves so that we can have our
I think we're
She
going a little
finished.
long
She
on
finished.
that.
Yeah, she finished.
Our
Hold
actual
on one second. She
heritage
almost done.
celebrated. Let's take the spring. Let's move forth into the new year. Let's take back our power.
Roger that. Yeah, she that was the end of it. But no, Roger that. Dead ass, man. Like the way she talked about words meaning things, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to make sure we got into that part right there. You know what I'm saying? When she said how words mean things. You know what I'm saying? When you sit there and you talk about Black history, you know what I'm saying? That's you putting that spell on yourself. You putting that negativity on you. You know what I'm saying? So, like she says, let's celebrate the Black heritage, not Black history, because we still writing our story. Our story ain't done. We still here. We still doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna do
Did
it.
you
Let's
give
do it
up
the
yet?
right way. Give up what?
I'm just asking. You gave up?
Hell no, I ain't gave up.
So that's what I'm
Last
saying.
I
We
looked,
ain't
I'm
give
Black.
up.
I ain't.
We still here.
You
goddamn.
feel me? We in here. And then the fact that she talked about doing it in the spring, that's why I let the whole video play. You know what I'm saying? Because the spring, it really represents new
The new
beginnings.
year,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? That's really the new year
They
right
call
there.
it April Fool's Day,
You know what
but
I'm
really
saying?
that's the actual
That's
new
the
year.
actual new
That's
year.
when everything starts over. You get
Exactly.
fresh foliage. You get fresh
Exactly.
plants. The animals and the
Exactly.
birds and the bees come back around.
Indeed,
You know what I
indeed.
mean? Everything restarts.
Yes.
You know, we've been tricked into believing that. This is a whole nother conversation for another
Mm-hmm.
episode, but we've been tricked to believe that our new year starts on January 1st. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing starting over in January 1st. We still got the same code.
Same
We-
code, same everything. We in the
weather,
middle of when
of
things are
freezing.
dying out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like that I wanted to make sure we heard that part as far as, you know what I'm saying, the as far as the when we should celebrate. Because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, who tells us when to celebrate our heritage?
We
when
should
to
be
celebrate
doing that
ourselves?
every day.
We should do that every damn day. You know,
Every
every
day.
damn day we should be celebrating ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It should be all year round. And we want to give us we want to take a certain month or certain season to do it. Let's do it in the beginning of the year. Let's do it in the spring. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why I always say, words mean things. You know what I'm saying? I always try not to say things I don't mean. I know I joke and laugh and play a lot, especially when I be on TikTok, you know what I'm saying, doing my other thing or whatever, but words do mean things. You know what I'm saying?
They got power.
Words do have power. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure we had played that or whatever. That was definitely something that was strong.
Yes,
you know
it
what
was.
I'm saying?
That's I want to say that's what started us with the topic. Or that,
Yeah,
know.
you sent that to me or whatever, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we got to talk about this.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? What's some other traditional traditions that we're just taught? You know what I'm saying? Like
Don't get me started.
they
'cause
teaches us, you know what I'm saying? This
you-
is how we're supposed to be, type shit.
Don't get me started. I'm gonna take us to church.
I mean, take us to church, man. We got a little time.
Man, you know how
we
they
gonna be
tell
on at
us
least an hour.
we supposed to go to church and praise on a Sunday.
Oh yeah,
That ain't even the holy day.
that it's supposed to be Saturday.
It's
the
supposed
Sabbath
to be
is
Saturday, but a lot of y'all ain't ready for
Y'all
that.
ain't,
holiday.
I ain't know that though. Y'all ain't know that. Y'all ain't really
We
know
not
that.
gonna do that
Y'all
to
ain't really-
y'all.
y'all thought that was just something Catholics did. That's what y'all thought. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not our holy day.
You know,
man.
the holy day for at least, you know what I'm saying, if you're a Christian or you know what I'm saying, in that realm of things.
It'll be the
or
Sabbath.
religion,
That's the
It's
Saturday.
the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? It's Saturday. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't know that.
That's why it's called Saturday,
Exactly, the Sabbath day,
the Sabbath.
not the
Sunday
The
is the day for sun for the sun. You know when the
Exactly,
sun wakes,
yes, it
you
is.
rise and it comes up. That's the beginning.
some
But, you know.
some other traditional Black history things that they like to tell us is that you know, they make us assume that we were never kings and queens.
What?
You know what I'm saying? They make us assume that we derived from slaves and slave trade, and that's where we come from. And the bad thing about that is that You know, when we get ready to assert ourselves and how we're going to assert ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We always tend to be looked at in this as this, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you guys are, you know what I'm saying, shouldn't be like that. Why are you
You're
on your
hard to
high
deal
horse?
with, or
Because you
Yeah.
come from slavery, so you should be happy, or if you want to bring up slavery, they want to bring it act like it never happened or it was old. It was a long time ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we first off we ain't focused on no slavery. You know what I'm saying? Me myself, I'm focused on the kings and queens that I derive from, not the slave trade that I come from, where my last name comes from, and what Caucasian person then gave me that last name or where it come from. You know
that's
what I'm
not where
saying?
we-
Because that ain't what our names have come from.
Right.
And maybe a lot of people might argue, well, hey, I'm a Black American. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to Harvard Black Americans, but we come from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We come from somewhere. You yourself may be from here and from but your peoples come from somewhere. Though people's people come from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And come from somewhere where Black people were. Whether your people come from Egypt, you know what I'm saying, Nigeria, I don't know, Nigeria, wherever, one of those countries where we originate from. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, all man originates from the continent of Africa.
Oh yeah. But see,
know.
they don't. A lot of people don't agree with that. A lot of
You
people
know,
don't want to hear that.
they don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
All races come from the black or the darker complected people.
Yeah,
You could
facts.
you can get white from black, but you can't get black from white.
You can't mix nothing with black and not get black. You know what I'm saying? Anything you mix with black, you always gonna come out with black.
Yep.
And this is why, you know what I'm saying, some people be like, well, my mom was this and my dad was this or whatever, and you still get treated or treated like as a black person. You know what I'm saying? You don't get accepted into their little club. You know what I'm saying? And kudos to anybody who's like that, don't give a damn about being in their club. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not here for you. I'm here for me. And for me, is to live the way I feel like I want to live. You know what I'm saying? The way I feel like I need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not to appease anybody, not to make you feel comfortable, or none of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we get into this situation where we want to just be so included. And, I don't give a damn about being included. I don't care about being included. I got my peoples. I got the people I care about, the people that care about me. That's all I care about in the end of the day, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? And people who deal with the truth and love the truth and want to hear that truth, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So what are some things that we know to be fact today that we didn't know before? You know what I'm saying? A lot of things like we had touched on earlier, like, hey, we were kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? We got movies and books are coming out and all kind of TV that depicts us as these kings and queens. You know what I'm saying? I don't like some of the movies how they end up though. So one movie in particular, you know what I'm saying? I'm using movies as a reference because those are things that I've seen a lot of. You know what I'm saying? The Woman King.
Okay.
It was a good movie. I didn't like it for a lot of different reasons though. I didn't like it because it depicted so much black on black violence. I didn't like it because it showed how the black woman was just so head over heels for the mulatto guy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And she just fell in love with him instantly or whatever. And he was perpetrating the bull crap that came through on them boats, because they came through on the boats to come get that. And we ain't go over there. They came through over here. And we was already trading our prisoners who we used as servants or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when you came over there, you might go to England. You might go. A lot of times, the people who were banished, they were banished to Australia, and it was another country. I can't think of it right now.
And this is all in the Woman King.
No. I'm bringing that. I'm just bringing that up.
Okay.
They showed all of that in the Woman King.
Okay.
Check that movie out. It's
haven't
not
watched
bad.
it.
It's not bad. I just don't like that part. You know what I'm saying? There's a few parts I didn't like about it. You know what I'm saying? And it just made it seem like they just made it seem like that they didn't care as much. You know what I'm saying? They didn't or they wanted to show that, hey, black people had slaves too.
Right.
They actually started slaves. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to point that out so bad. They showed so much of it. Like they showed them with whips and everything else. Like, hold on, man. All this westernized way of doing things, bro, didn't necessarily come from y'all. Didn't pick it up from us.
Well, a lot of what they did pick up from us because you got to remember back in the day we was the leaders of the world back then. They
Yeah.
like to say that it was these other cultures and things like that, but no, it was us. You
But the
feel me?
same way we enslaved or had our prisoners, our people be prisoners and turn them into servants or slaves or whatever, they did the same thing with their peoples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wherever y'all had castles and things that we saw what was going on. We was traveling y'all world, the same world y'all
But
was traveling.
it was
Well,
really our world because
Well,
we
well,
was the
yeah,
majority.
yeah. Thank you for correcting me on that. But what I'm saying is that we were traveling the same world. So who's to say we didn't go over there and see y'all doing certain things? Like, you know what? We're gonna take a page out y'all book. You know what I'm saying? We see y'all, you know what I'm saying, Neanderthal. Well, let me not say I don't want to offend nobody, but you know, we see y'all doing what y'all doing. Maybe we can do it better. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we can teach y'all how to do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? And then now, you know what I'm saying, instead of along with trading goods and everything else, now we're gonna trade these services. Hey, we got some people we can give you too. And now it turned into a bigger thing that you know what I'm saying than what it was. So it did show how they did come over there and take certain people or whatever. They weren't necessarily taking them, they were trading them. You know what I'm saying? We was getting rid of certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's that part as far as that. Knowing that, you know, we was kings and queens out here and doing our thing. Outside of that, man, you know, they definitely taught us the wrong way, the wrong things, the wrong stuff.
No, they taught us what
You
they
know what I
wanted
mean?
us to know.
They
They whitewashed the history, man.
yes,
That's what they did.
indeed.
And you know it's up to you to
Yeah.
figure out what their history is.
We got to do our research.
We got to.
We got to do our research. We got to.
You know, whether you I don't even want to say an atheist, but whether you someone that don't believe in a higher power or you believe in a higher power, a lot of or you let's say you believe into the mythological stories of Thor and Zeus and all that, a lot of those stories, and I mean a lot of them, derive from darker colored people.
Yes, indeed.
Even the Greek stories, Zeus,
Yes, indeed.
Hercules. Hercules was a real person from Africa.
Yes, he was.
You feel me? That like
But
that,
when you go see him, when you go look and see, you go look in these movies and all these TV shows and
They
all these
show you a
books,
white
they
man.
show you a white dude.
the only one that they got a colored person playing Hercules is the one with the rock.
Yeah, facts.
That's the only one.
Facts. Yeah. And he Hawaiian.
And he Hawaiian. You feel me?
You know what I mean? What's another one, man? I think I got to change my battery in a second. Another one is what's the other one?
So in the Bible, not to cut you off,
Yeah.
but I was gonna add to the Hercules thing. In the Bible, they mention of not Hercules but Samson.
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 That's another one.
black brother.
That's another one. Samson's another one
Come
who
on,
they
man.
who they try to show as some strong white guy, whatever. And Samson was a slave and he was dark skinned with hair like wool, made in the Creator's image, right? You know what I'm saying? The other one I was thinking of, we said Hercules, Samson, the Tarzan. When you think of Tarzan,
Whoa!
when they think of, let me tell you, they show Tarzan.
Teach me some of that. Oh.
They bring up Tarzan and they show this white dude swinging from a vine in the jungle, and all the tribal people just praising this dude. You know what I'm saying? Who was raised by
the
animals.
monkeys.
You know what I'm saying? He just swinging and swinging and swinging. You know what I'm saying? And they make it seem like we taught him how to swing. No, we didn't do that. Tarzan was like another version of Hercules. He just lived in the jungle. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't have divine strength and power though.
No, well, what I'm saying is he was
Samson and Hercules was divine.
Well, yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is that that's where he come from. He wasn't a divine entity or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he was the story behind Hercules comes from, you know what I'm saying, an African dude or a black dude who was just a strong dude who was a tribal man. He wasn't them swinging monkey man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but when you do see him as a black dude, you see him snatching up. He's looking as a villain. He feel like he was snatching up the white girl or whatever and swinging her from vine to vine or whatever. Like that's some bull crap. You know what I'm saying? But that's that deep history, man. You know, that's almost political. That's almost like talking about politics. You know what I'm saying? We go on for all day, and everybody got their own little piece and opinion about it or whatever too. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what we here for.
Yeah. We got
We
about
want to
30
know
minutes.
what you
Man.
all think.
I don't want to go to because I don't even want to drop all these gems right now. We can always come back to this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's some more to talk about. One thing I want to talk about, we was talking about quote unquote black music. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure we touch on that. You know what I'm saying? And the history behind, and the heritage and history behind black music. You know what I'm saying? And what it does to our culture in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? So first of all,
Black
let me get
music
your
is
opinion.
been-
Let me
is-
get your
is-
opinion about the black music.
Go ahead. What you want it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's being destroyed. Ain't no more black music, bro. It's no more black music. What was ours is now been taken over by the other color and AI. The only black music that we actually have that people want to listen to is destructive to our own culture. So when you ask me what's my opinion of it, there isn't any. All our musicians are not worried about, we don't have no more Public Enemies and Tribe Called Quest
Yeah.
and, artists like that to keep us tapped in. That day and age is gone. You probably got J. Cole, you probably got Kendrick and they camp or they team of people that they rap with, but
Yeah, man.
black music is a thing of the past. It's not the same anymore. It's been taken over and colonized, as they say. And that's how I feel about that. I mean, do I still listen to a lot of the music? Yeah, you ain't really got another choice unless you just gonna listen to all reggae, because all reggae music, all they talk about is peace and and love and smoking some good marijuana and peace, joy, and love.
Yeah.
So that if you want to listen to anything, that I listen to that because that's the only genre of music that they cannot infiltrate.
Yeah, definitely. And so for me, as far as the quote unquote black music goes, you know what I'm saying? I'm so disappointed in it, and it seems to be coming back. You know what I'm saying? Some of the realness. Like I think a lot of us are getting sick and tired of all this murder music,
Man.
all of this violent and killing drill music. Hold on, we got a comment. The music nowadays are fighting against our own kind. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's what.
Facts. Like that's all you hear.
The men gonna destroy each other. The women gonna destroy the men, and the women gonna destroy each other in every song. Ain't nobody coming together. It's sad, but that's what they want. It's their program.
Yep.
You just gotta learn how to play it.
Yeah, man. And it's just a shame that we gotta go through that the way we go through it, bro. Like, I never seen music in this light before. You know what I'm saying? Like I never seen it like this before. And it's a shame that, you know what I'm saying, I can't even put the radio on and let it just play through. Now this not to say that it wasn't violent music back in the 90s, violent music back in the 80s, music talking about, you know what I'm saying, sex and everything else in the 60s, 70s, or whatever. We all talked about it, but
music
I think it
was
was a
an
little more
art form.
subtle, right?
Music was an art form, and it reflected what was going on in that day's time and culture.
Yeah.
But it's just today's time is so different from any time before us, right? We got all this different AI. We got the social media.
Yeah.
We've been had the internet, but the internet is different now. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
I just found out this was last night or the night before last. I just found out that I can use my phone, take over the game. My son is not in my home, but since he's playing on my PSN account, I could use my phone, remote play from my phone, and Bluetooth the controller to the screen, and now
Play
me
with
and my son is playing the game, and we not even in the same household. You know what I mean? So time is different.
To
Things
me,
have
I think
changed.
that might be a little bit on the ingenuity side. You know what I'm saying? A little more innovative. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives you an opportunity to spend time with your son.
Yeah,
too.
but it was
You know
just
what I'm
my
saying?
point of just saying how times has changed.
Oh, yeah,
you ain't
facts,
even got to be
facts.
next to somebody
Yeah.
to be in their presence. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
agree. I agree.
It's almost kind of like, I don't want to say spiritual, but it's almost like, back in the day when they say, "Oh, the Lord came to me in a dream," or "The Lord came to me as I was sitting by the river."
Yeah.
The Lord talked to me from the fire, the burning bush. You know what I mean? Like it's almost kind of like that,
Yeah.
in a sense. Not technically not 100%, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's kind of like that.
No, you're right. You're right. And like I say, the music for me though, like is somewhat disgusting. Like, yeah, I don't mind turning up. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear some sexy stuff sometimes, but do I want to hear it all the time? You remember the certain songs you had to go buy the album to get.
Right.
You didn't hear that song unless you bought that album. You bought the album. Now you heard them Adina Howard or whatever. So Adina Howard, bad example.
I'm about to say that she had
You know what I'm
nothing but
saying?
sexual music.
That was a
brother.
bad example. But yeah, give me
I think
1
your
second.
camera
Yeah, my
just-
camera is going out. I'm finna change the battery. Give me 1 second for y'all.
While he gone, man, I'm gonna keep talking to y'all because this is a good topic today, man, and we can't miss nothing. The music nowadays. Oh, that was the comment you had already read. I'm looking at your screen now.
Yeah.
But no, for those that's tuning in, man, we just basically we just going back and looking at things under a new light, man. A lot of things that we told about our heritage and our culture, it's been lies. They've been lying to us. You know what I mean? I don't care where you look at it. I was saying earlier, if you look at some Greek mythology, you look at stories from the Bible, all of these things, the history has been rewritten to depict a fairer skin of people in charge or in place of power, which is not 100% true. Okay, we got it back.
Yes,
or we
it
good?
did. I think the camera feed is still a little frozen right
So
now.
go back here, like video capture.
Okay.
Good. Just right there, and then just reselect that. It should pop back on. Click something else, and then click that again.
All right. So yeah, I just switched to the webcam and switch
you go,
back. So
bam.
we're good. Boom. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah. But what did I leave off at? I was talking about the music.
yeah, we was talking about the music, but
I was talking about how Dina Howard was a bad example, but what I was saying is that being, we like certain songs you couldn't even hear until you bought the album. You know what I'm saying? Like certain tracks, you know what I'm saying, wasn't radio friendly. Now everything is radio friendly. Ain't no taboo.
Is it really radio friendly?
They play it on the radio.
But
They let it rock the way they let it rock.
because back in the day, radio friendly meant you could play it in front of your auntie, your grandma, and them, and they wouldn't feel ashamed.
But look at how things are now, though. You feel me? Like, ain't nobody ashamed of what's going on. Don't nobody ashamed about the music we playing.
Who
you know what I'm
ain't?
saying?
I'd be ashamed. Some of
You
them songs out
might,
here,
but see,
I'd be like,
we not talking about us as individuals. You know what I'm saying? We talking about us as a whole, as a people. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
As a community, as a race, and the people who's perpetrating this music and putting this music out there for us to hear. You know what I'm saying? It's all cool for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I'm talking about as far as it being so bad. Like I say, it ain't like we didn't have none of that messed up music back in the day, but I think it was a little more subtle. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of more hinted on. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to assume that was going. My whole life, bro.
what's up?
That next song.
Next.
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 Too Close.
Okay.
I didn't know what he was talking about, bro. I'm a kid singing that song. Like when you think it like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I didn't know what was going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not you making it hard for me. I didn't know what he was. I was just
I
singing
know
it
what
as a
songs you
shorty,
talking about
right?
now.
You
It's
feel me?
coming
I
back
didn't
to
even
me.
realize what was going on. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of songs.
But exactly. But see, the point I'm making is that it was subtle. That may not have been as subtle. I think I was just kind of slow as a kid.
Yeah. Because
But,
as a kid, you
you know
won't know
what I'm
what
saying?
you're rapping about.
Yeah, you just singing
You don't
it,
know
but-
what they singing about.
But now, shorties is out here talking about how they drilling, how they popping dude and doing this, that, and the third. You remember it used to be it wasn't good to talk about things you wasn't doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you didn't really do this or really see this, we ain't finna talk about it.
So
everybody talking about it ain't even been in the hood, ain't seen none of this.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that the more it was okay to rap and sing about it, the more we seen it in the streets? Or the more it was happening in the streets, the more it was being rapped and sing about?
I think the more that it became okay to talk about things that you never seen and never done, it made it okay for all that stuff to go down in the streets. Look at some of the people that we know coming up. Look at some of them people. They was lames. They wasn't about that life. But when the music made them feel like they was about that life,
That's what they was about.
That's what they was about. Now it's like, hey, I'm that dude. I'm that guy. I can do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm drilling. Bro, you wasn't drilling nothing before, but now that you hear Chief Keef and they, et cetera, you know what I'm saying? You feel like you that person now.
Yeah.
It
goes back to...
And now your kids coming up thinking that because they listen to the same music. They grew up with that same mindset, thinking about what they hear, or not even unconsciously thinking about it. They ain't even consciously, this is what I hear. This is what goes on every day.
It goes back even back in the day, I want to say like the 80s and 90s when gangster rap was coming up, and that was the thing, you know. A lot of neighborhoods and a lot of people, you know, the YTs, you know, a lot of them didn't know about what was happening, but they kids who was listening to our music they didn't know what was happening, but they could tap in.
They was tapping in
and listen
and
hear about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's how you got the white kids back in the day. They used to try to be black and act black, and you know they was influenced by the music. So that's why I asked you that question, because nowadays all of our kids, white and black, is influenced by this music, and now we have a multitude of people out here making bad decisions for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like...
So that goes back to the question you asked me about, you know what I'm saying, do you think the music made it okay?
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back then...
It wasn't talked about as much.
No, I ain't going, that's not where I was going. That's not where I was going.
Okay, go ahead.
Back then, it was happening so much, right? We talking about the Heart of the 90s, Heart of Game Banging, right?
Yeah.
So that was more people talking about what they seen and what they did at that time.
Right.
And then, so that's why you had the black activists and everybody else, politicians, everybody else, they hated the music more then because, you know what I'm saying, for one, their kids was listening to it. The senators' kids and that banging NWA and everything else, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck the police.
Yeah, fuck the police. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All of that, you feel me? So they were banging all of that. At the same time, you know what I'm saying, the same people that was coming out making this music, you know what I'm saying, they was living that lifestyle that was coming up from that, you know what I'm saying? And now
and a lot of times they wasn't actually living it firsthand. They was just talking about what they experienced growing up in their neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them was, you know what I'm saying? You had some guys like some of the actors from back in the day.
Oh yeah.
They was hood niggas.
What's my boy from The Wire? Got the scar on his face.
Rest in peace, bro. What's his name?
The Dark, he passed away?
Yeah. The dude who played Omar?
Omar, yeah.
Yeah, Omar gone, bro.
So you know that scar on his face is from a real incident that happened when he was growing up in New York. Somebody buck 50 him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Michael Kenneth.
That's his name. Yeah, he did pass away. Oh, wow.
Michael Kenneth Williams, yeah. Yeah, he passed away. But I don't, it was rumored that it was because of some other stuff going on. You know, he lived a certain lifestyle, so, you know. But anyway, that's for another story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, back in them days, you know what I'm saying, you was living that lifestyle. Like you came up, you know what I'm saying, either seeing it, doing it, or you came from it.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying, not to say that a lot of these rappers nowadays ain't seeing it, doing it, or came from it, but it's more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more people who ain't never seen this shit.
Right.
Who got this fake ass story to tell.
Oh, you talking about nowadays?
Yeah, nowadays.
Yeah.
Who got this fake ass story
agree.
to tell, and these industry people are putting them in position and putting them on. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those people, a lot of those industry people, them industry cats, you know what I'm saying, are actually going to look for these tore down kids and tore down people who come from these areas or whatever, who got a little bit of talent.
Traumatized.
You know what I'm saying? And then now you go out here and pump this vision we got of drill music, gangster rap music, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? And now what we doing? We got a lot of people who ain't never seen that. Look at T.I. son.
Which one?
The one that just got out of jail. King, and that one King, yeah,
That's the one with the little frizzy fur.
Yeah. He ain't never seen none of that because you ain't have to. Your daddy was rich when you was
He's
born.
seen it vicariously through his daddy and his
and
partners,
his music,
his
you know what I'm
daddy
saying?
partners now.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that
That's like Tyreek.
that's like my son and my daughter going to go run and do, like Tyreek from the Power. Yeah, facts. But that's like my son and my daughter. Well, that's like extreme Tyreek from Power. But that's like one of my kids being out here doing something that they heard me talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't seen it. Because I wasn't doing it when you was around, when you was born.
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't doing it because you never was doing it at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even your cup of tea. This ain't something that you even be doing. But now you want to get out here and promote it. You want to get out here and rap about it. You want to get out here and actually act like you this dude. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's wild. I mean, the music really disappoints me, man. I think I can go on forever.
What they say,
about the
man,
music.
if you don't know your history, if you don't study history, it's bound to repeat itself.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And, that's just basically kind of what we living in, man. I hate to use the word history, but that is the history that's repeating itself.
Yeah,
it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. It's crazy. I wouldn't wish what we go through
on nobody
in the hood or through race, through the things that we want to promote. I don't wish that on nobody. I don't want nobody thinking that. I don't want nobody else thinking. I don't want us to be sitting there thinking that this is who we are and this is what we got to be and this is where we come from. You know what I'm saying? We rarely ever highlight the good shit that happens in our community. You know what I'm saying? We have to be forced to push that on people instead of it just being something that we automatically do.
Yes, sir.
The drill music, the negativity is something that should be pushed and forced. You know what I'm saying? Everything else should just become secondhand. This is natural. You know what I'm saying? Show us being strong black individuals. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Show us, you know what I'm saying, doing positive things. You know what I'm saying?
They not going to show it. They don't even show it on the news. So we got to show it. We got to start showing and advocating for our people in a good way. You know
I will say that we are in a position where, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us are put in positions to make sure that it's highlighted to a degree, but we're not the gatekeepers.
Wait.
I mean, like the girl Tamron Hall, you know what I'm saying? She talk, her TV show, she talk about positive black things. It is some of us out here that's promoting.
I thought you was about to say that one guy.
Who that?
Tyler Perry.
Man.
I just watched that movie he got out on Netflix.
Well, don't get me started on Tyler Perry, bro. Do not get me started on Tyler Perry, man. Like, it's a lot of mess with him too, man. Like, he exploits us the stereotype
in a wrong way. He probably
the ratchet, the ghetto.
He probably be trying to mean good behind it, and he tried to put a good show together. But I just watched that movie with the little boy trying to go to college. Man,
I ain't watched that shit, man. I don't watch Tyler Perry movies, and I ain't knocking nobody to do, but
it was my girl turn to pick the movie, bro.
I'm not a Tyler Perry
so
fan.
I had to sit through it.
So that'll be the only time somebody had to put it on, and I'm watching it. You know
I had
to
sit through it and throughout the whole movie.
It ain't got nothing to do with his sexual orientation, you know what I'm saying? Because
I ain't even begin to speak on that.
There's a lot of people out here like that, you know what I'm saying? Lee Daniels and everybody else, you know what I'm saying? And all the other undercover niggas, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is the depiction of our people and how we exploit it. We exploit it. They exploit it. You know what I'm saying? It's sad and it's nasty, and I hate it. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see more positivity, you know what I'm saying, than I would like to see the violence and the ratchetness. Like the movie I just was talking about, Relationship Goals. That was a good positive movie. It was semi-faith based, you know what I'm saying? And for those who don't believe or whatever, you know what I'm saying, not religious or, you know what I'm saying, don't have any type of faith or whatever like that, hey, it's still a good movie to go check out. You know what I'm saying? You were finna say something.
I was going to say, because you was talking about how we depicted and everything, and I was just going to say, on every level of media, whether we was talking about music at first, right? Even radio or podcasts.
Yeah.
TV shows try to show us a good life, but we still
Sometimes we still be the token nigga in a lot of these movies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these TV shows. We still end up being the token.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it
DD,
is.
what's going on? We got a comment. DD
Okay.
said, "Hey y'all."
Who was that?
DD from the school.
Okay, what up, Diddy? Yeah, man. So I mean, in the end of the day, man, we just gotta we got a responsibility, and we gotta hold up to it. We gotta hold fast to that. We gotta make sure that we putting this stuff out here responsibly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking nobody getting their money, but you can't get the money on the backs of our own people, on the blood of our own people.
Didn't I ask
You know
you
what
this
I'm
question before? Would you be mad at, let's say, like you know, how the girls nowadays, you know, they make all this sexual provocative music, you know, fuck a nigga, get over on a nigga, all that. They putting that narrative out there.
Yeah.
And then
Making it okay to be hoes and shit.
Yeah.
Make it okay to seemingly act like how niggas act. You know what I'm saying?
Would you be mad at the person who produced that material and put that artwork out into the world, or the people that consume it? I think I asked you this like a couple weeks ago.
You may have. I don't, man. I mean, the people that produce it or the people that consume it. I think it's a shared responsibility, man.
Okay.
I think it's a shared responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said before, a lot of those songs, you had to buy the album to even hear it. You know what I'm saying? So if that's a piece of art, piece of work you want to put together and make the music for it, cool. Your whole album shouldn't be that. Your whole album shouldn't be that. That should, you want to hear that song, it shouldn't be coming on the radio. It should be something, hey, I rock with whoever, you know what I'm saying, and I'm going to go play their music, and the only way I get to hear it is in my car or at home.
What's that word they used to use back in the day? Tasteful.
Tasteful. Yeah.
You know, nowadays there's no tastefulness when you listening to music or viewing movies or a lot of things that's being produced. You know, back in the day, we all know the song "Warmth of My Mouth," the Janet Jackson song. How many times have you heard that on the radio?
Yeah, and what's the other one? She got a couple of them.
She got a couple of them that's wild, but you don't hear them.
But you don't hear it that often.
Yeah.
You might hear it at nighttime when they're playing the slow
Yeah,
jams.
and they
you
throw it in
wind
the
it down.
mix,
You know what I'm saying?
you
That might
know?
get slid in there, maybe half the song or something like that. That's how you used to hear that, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, like, wake up in the morning, all you hear is death, destruction, sex, and murder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
On the way to work.
On the way to work.
On the way to work. You trying to get prepared for your day.
You on the way to church.
All
and
you hear is doom,
you had Power 92 going at first, you know what I'm saying? Now you're trying to get over to 102 Rejoice or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? I can't get to 102 before I hear, you know what I'm saying? Fucking nigga, this, that, and the third, and shoot, bam, bam, the nigga and anything. I'm trying to get my body and faith, my mind together, my insides together.
But instead, you done cut a nigga off, cussed him out, and turned the radio up some more at the same time. I
got to change the station because I'm rushing to church or whatever, and now I got the, you know what I'm saying, young boy in my head talking about bust a nigga head, and I'm trying to go in here and bow my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
pull up to the church playing it.
You feel me? But yeah, see that music. Look, that music side ate up a lot of time. I knew it was gonna do that though. I don't know if we're gonna open up panels today, only because this is an off day. You know what I'm saying? I think we just, like I said, I wanted to make sure we did the podcast and at least got through it. What I do want to do though, I got some quotes. You know what I'm saying, that I want to read.
Not the quotes.
Yes, I got some quotes. And I don't know if y'all saw my book. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey. There's one in here that I just kind of rolled through it. I want to read that right quick too. I thought that was kind of good for this type of topic we got going on. It says the battles of the future, whether they be physical or mental, will be fought on scientific lines. And the race that is able to produce the highest scientific development is the race that will ultimately rule. Now, we talking about art, we talking about, you know what I'm saying, battles of physical and or mental, you know what I'm saying, and talking about science and things. So, to me, that's talking about a certain group of people that I'm not going to say right now because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, get flagged and nothing like that. But you know who the powers to be, the people who run the TV, the people who run the music and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Those are our biggest battles as a people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The people who create these clothing lines, the people who create this music, the people who, produce these TV shows and movies and whatnot. The people who, we do that too, but I'm saying we got to go through certain approvals and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Through the powers that be, right? Those are the people who are winning right now, no matter what we're doing, how much success we have, until we find a way to control the narrative the way we need to take back our lives the way we need to take them back. Because they really controlling us with this bullshit. You feel me? Until we find a way to take that back, they gonna always be winning in this war. You know what I'm saying? They gonna always be winning this battle. It's always gonna be, no matter how many of us find success, if we ain't trying to find a way to take that success and build our people back to where, hey, hold on, did we used to have drill music? I forgot about that, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing so much positive stuff and been seeing so much good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, until we get back to where we can take that over and bring back shows like The Cosby Show, Parenthood, things like that. So we can do stuff like that, man, we're going to continue to lose this war. You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to lose this battle. You know what I'm saying? That's just one by Marcus Garvey I want to read. Okay. Another one is by a woman named Nicole Hannah-Jones. I found this earlier. She said, "This is our national truth. America will not be America without the wealth from black labor, without black striving, without black ingenuity, and without black resistance. We wouldn't have none of this.
Not a damn thing.
None of this. They wouldn't have none of this if it wasn't for the. If we didn't help pave that way, if we didn't help put that out there for them to exploit and take from us and make it seem like
everything
it was theirs.
Came from us, man.
Yes, indeed.
The foundation of the Western civilization was poured by black hands,
yes,
meaning
indeed.
We built that thing up.
Yes,
and
indeed.
That's where they would. Even today, a lot of our traditions and traits and stuff that we have today is pulled from back in the day, Western civilization. You know, ancient Egypt, Greece,
yes,
and all of that, Africa. You know, so
yes, sir.
If we the ones that started that and made that what it was, how aren't we the ones who were in power or who was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact.
We can't make something and not be in power.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we create it, make it, and then we don't have the power over it?
That's the craziest
thing
in the world.
How is everything we do something that the world wants?
Man, it's kind of like what I've been dealing with lately in real life. How do I make it, create it, and I don't have the power over it? Man, look, hey.
Listen, that's a story for another day. That might not be a podcast story. That might be a panel story where we can go and talk some shit like we want to talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, true. I mean, we hold the key, yet we give it to somebody else to turn and open that door. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we gave it to him willingly. That.
Oh, no, I think we giving it to we are willingly giving it
to
him. Oh, well,
nowadays, nowadays.
Because we know we in the age of knowing. We know better, but we won't do better. You know what I'm saying? We know better, but
collectively
we won't do better.
now. Yeah, you're
you
right.
know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, let me move on because let me move on. The last quote, man, is from Frederick Douglass.
You got three? I thought you had two.
Yeah. Well, I had two, but then I went ahead and pulled this one out.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
I wasn't gonna pull this one out, but when we got to talking, when we got to talking about it, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go ahead and bring that up, but the last one is by Frederick Douglass, and he says it's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. And that speaks so loud to me because a lot of us are stuck in these ways, right? And like I said, we're in the age of knowing, right? You know what I'm saying? So we all know better. We just won't quite do better, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So instead of fixing ourselves, you know what I'm saying, let's take what we do know and apply it to our children. So they don't come up fucked up and being worse than what we are.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
That part.
Like, if I teach I got a picture of my daughter, you know what I'm saying, with her fist up in the air. I say, you know what you're doing when you come? She just came and did it. Daddy, look, I took the picture. I said, you know why you doing that? She was like, no, and I had to explain to her, you know what I'm saying, what that means and why you do that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I try to teach them better than what I was taught. even though I wasn't taught bad, my mother taught me a lot of good things. It was just a lot of decisions and things that I went out in the streets and did and made. You know what I'm saying? But I want to build a better nation behind me. You know what I'm saying? A better black race behind me. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to end up being like everything I'm saying comes to fruition now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we doing things the way we need to be doing them. You know what I'm saying? Things are going the right way. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to worry about certain things anymore because, you know what I'm saying, that's of the past. Right. Like I say, oh, we had drill music. I forgot about that. Way back then when my granddaddy was wilding or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? My great-great-granddaddy was wilding. You know what I'm saying? I want that to be, I'd rather build strong children than to sit there and focus on repairing, you know what I'm saying, the ones here that don't want to listen, don't want to pay attention, don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, appreciate y'all sitting through my quotes, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think all three of them apply to this what we were talking about. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just pick one. I had to do all three. I wasn't going to do the one from the book, but when I looked and I saw that the book was sitting here and then what we had said, and I remember what that said, I had to go ahead and put it out there. But, yeah, it's about that time, y'all. Shout out all the OMP MVPs. Everybody who slid through, tapped that screen, got their heart me.
Yes, sir.
Came into YouTube, Organized Media, Guerrilla Media Group, the Facebook. And
make sure you go follow the YouTube.
Yes, please go follow the YouTube, Organized Media. Please, Organized Media Podcast. Organized Media is always live once a week, mainly on Thursdays.
Today was just
we just have to make sure we got it done because, like I say, the show must go on. And we're going to get it done. And today was actually a better day as far as organization, getting things set up right. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my laptop with my camera going. I just got to get me a power source so I don't have to worry about pausing because the battery go out, you feel me? But we're going to get that together slowly but surely. Every week is going to get a whole lot better, you know what I'm saying? Getting back to my format. You know what I'm saying? Me and Lero getting this together. You know what I'm saying?
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
Rome wasn't built in a day, as they said.
You know what I'm saying?
It took the Lord 7 days. Too.
Niggas built.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But no, yeah, the Lord built, yeah, he built it. It took him 7 days to create this world. You feel me? So I appreciate everybody that slid through. Man, anything you want to say, any last words, bro?
Man, for all my black folks, my colored folks that's watching, man, remember, whatever you want to do in life, man, don't let nobody stop you down. And I'm not directing this just to them, but anybody listening. But I am saying this to them. You feel me? Whatever you want to do, man, whoever you want to be, make sure you're doing it from the heart.
Yes,
and ordained by the man upstairs, man.
Yes, indeed.
You know, that's where all your power comes from, and that's where you're gonna reside at when you really need it. You know, that's really what I want to say there, man.
Roger that. Couldn't say it better myself. All right, I like that. You know, you always know just what to say, right? You know what I mean?
I try to, you know.
You feel me? But yeah, I appreciate y'all slide, man. Peace and blessings to y'all. Happy Black Heritage Month.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And we out, man. Peace and blessings.
Straight like that.
Yes, indeed. Get at y'all later.